Hello everyone! Welcome to Melissa's Musing on this beautiful Thursday. If you're watching on the replay, thank you for tuning in. And I'm hoping some of you join in, maybe on your Thursday lunch break. But we're talking about overwhelm today. Overwhelm. And not experiencing burnout. So, you know, at the start of the year, John and I, we always hit the year hard. And we come out the gates blazing, and it's super awesome, and I'm stoked. And like a week or two in, I typically end up sick and feeling burnt out. And it's something that I always get to continue working on, right? Like the balance and creating space for myself. And I'm really committed this year, like no shit, to being, being really aware of my energy and making sure that I'm not just giving of myself at the expense of myself, but instead giving from my overflow. So I've been really committed to that this year. But one of the things that I'm definitely still struggling with, and this is one of my patterns, so I would really love advice and feedback if you guys have it. I would love for this to be interactive if anybody comes on. If anybody's out there, please let me know. How do you deal with overwhelm and burnout? Like, how do you avoid it? How do you not let not allow yourself to become sacrificed in an effort to, accomplish your goals or, help other people or support others, whatever it looks like. How do you not experience burnout? How do you not sacrifice yourself but instead give from that overflow? Because it's definitely something that I'm struggling with, and I've found that about a week into the new year, I got this terrible cold, and it's now, today marks 2 weeks. I can't even remember the last time I've had a cold for 2 weeks. And granted, I know that the plague is going around San Diego, and there's a ton of people who are hospitalized, and, it's a gnarly cold. But it has reminded me of the fact that, like, this is one of my patterns, and I'm often in a cycle of overwhelm where I get really excited about all the things that are on my plate, and I'm like, yes, I can totally accomplish all of these things. And then it's like a month into it, and I'm like, holy moly, like, did I bite off too much, like, more than I can chew? Why am I sacrificing my own personal time? Those kinds of things. So I'm really curious if you guys have any insight or methods that you use to avoid that. One of the things that I've been trying this year is like a time-blocked calendar. So having space that I've time-blocked for myself. Where I'm falling short is sacrificing that time. So letting other things become a priority instead of that time, so I know that's where I'm falling short and what's in the gap for me. But one of the things that we learned recently in the mastermind that we were in on Monday, Tuesday, he talks about like the 3 Ds. What can you delete? What can you delegate? And what was the other one, John? Do you remember? I forget. Can you get me my notes off the counter? But basically, the 3 Ds. So it talks about like delegating, deleting certain things off of your to-do list. And that's one of the things, that I'm going to definitely start implementing. What can I be better delegating out to the support that's around me? What is it?
Defer.
Defer. There we go. So defer, delete, or delegate, the 3 Ds. And I thought that was really powerful because, one, deferring, I am like queen of implementation. Anybody that knows me, John will mention something and passing, and then I'm like, yes, let's do that tomorrow. And he's like, oh, God damn it, like, why'd I open my mouth? So deferring could be really powerful. Deleting, is it actually a necessity? And delegating. I'm surrounded by amazing staff and support. Like, John and I have an amazing team in place. Deferring and delegating more to them and empowering them to take on more tasks and more responsibility can be great. Paul, let's see. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. Ooh, I like that. I love that because I feel like often us as human beings, we tend to like carry all of the crap that came with yesterday into today. And that's one of the things that I really strive to do, start each morning fresh as if it's a totally brand new day. But I love that. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. That's powerful. Michael, I can definitely email you. Curious why you want my contact info. We get to connect on that. And then, Paul, always avoid alliteration. I actually love alliteration. Melissa's Musings is a case in point. But yeah, so as you guys are watching, and especially watching on the replay, I know it's a funky time, kind of around lunchtime on a Thursday, I would really love to know what you're doing to powerfully, set intentions, not get sucked into overwhelm, not not feel like this when I ultimately want to just come at all of my goals from a really calm and awesome place of accomplishment and vigor and just, excitement. I don't want my goals and my dreams and the things that I strive for to become overwhelming and then, in turn experience burnout. So I'm really excited to see what you guys have to say, what you're going to be weighing in with. Any advice is much appreciated, and maybe we'll check back next week with an update on this, because being sick 2 weeks today, I decided this morning, my alarm went off at 5:30 and I was like, screw it. I'm totally resetting my alarm and I'm sleeping 3 more hours. So I slept till 8:30 because I didn't have any early meetings, and I'm really committed to making a positive shift in this direction. It was my overall #1 goal this year to be committed to giving of myself from a place of overflow and not from a place of like burnout and overwhelm and sacrificing myself. So it's something that I get to just check in with right now, shift what's not working and what's not serving me, and, navigate to a much clearer focus as to where I get to be and where I want to be. So I'm really excited. Let's see, Paul, what are you saying? Like the ancient Stoics, not only do I journal in the morning, but also before I go to bed as a chance to reflect on the day. Yeah, I love that. That's super powerful. I think, I do journal in the morning, and I think I get to do it at night. And one of the things that I learned in the mastermind is I think I also get to really take some time before I go to bed to plan the next day, to really think about what I'm going to defer, delegate, and delete off of my plate for the next day. Really focus on like maybe 2 or 3 main things that I want to accomplish in my day, so that if I get those done, I feel accomplished, and at the end of my day, if I haven't accomplished everything that's on like the to-do list, I can still feel super accomplished and awesome about my 1 or 2 main, one things for that day. So I've got a bunch of tools that I'm like, thinking about implementing. Would love to know if you guys have had success with any one thing or what your practices look like. I've really been trying to stick to my time blocking, and I get to figure that out. Defer planning your day until the next morning. You think I should plan the day in the morning, Paul? I'm kind of curious. I'm like I'm playing around with that idea. I am one of those people that doesn't love to do a lot of thinking in the morning. I like to like meditate and like journal and do those things. For me, the way that my mind is clear when I go to sleep is knowing that my day is planned tomorrow. So we might just be different peeps on that, but I think I do get to try planning in the morning and planning at night and seeing what resonates with me. Because I think, different things work for different people, but I love that suggestion. For me, I don't sleep if I am thinking about like what's going on tomorrow. So I love that you practice that when you get to work and plan your day. Like, that's amazing. And I get to try that. I think that's great feedback and advice, and I will keep you posted on how it goes. So that's my Melissa's Musing for today, you guys. I am experiencing some struggle myself. I'm definitely experiencing some burnout. I'm experiencing some overwhelm at times, and I get to shift it. And I recognize clear as day that I get to shift it because I need to get rid of this stupid cold. And I'm ready to be back on my A game and just really coming from a place of overflow instead of overwhelm. So I love you guys. Hope you're having an amazing Thursday and are gearing up for a fantastic weekend. I'll talk to you soon.